Yo, what's poppin' PokePals? Rare TCG coming at you with a brand new video. Today we're taking a look at Venusaur EX with its ability Tranquil Flower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. Combine that with the power of Oricorio's Ardent Dancing, which allows me to heal 20 damage from any of my active evolution Pokemon. And mind you that this ability does indeed stack. So you could have all three Oricorios on the bench, which is an extra 60 HP. So we can heal 120 HP from Venusaur EX every turn. We also have the attack Dangerous Tox Whip. For 150 damage, we poison and confuse our opponent's active Pokemon. So it is a very dangerous Pokemon to go up against. It is very difficult to set up, hence why a lot of people don't actually use Venusaur EX, but with the addition of Joltik, perhaps this actually will be a fairly decent Pokemon. We also have the Hero's Cape as our A-Spec of choice, which will give our Venusaur EX an extra 100 HP, allowing it to withstand a buttload of damage. We are also playing the Perilous Jungle as our stadium of choice, which allows us to put 2 extra damage counters on poison Pokemon every turn between checkups if they are not a dark type Pokemon. So there are a ton of Pokemon in the format right now that are not a dark type, so instead of taking 150 damage from our Venusaur's attack, they're doing 180 damage to them with confusion and poison. We have the basics here: Iono, Hilda, Boss's Orders, all that fun stuff, Arven, Professor's Research, and we have Bug Catching set because we are playing a lot of grass Pokemon. We also play 9 energy, 3 of which are electric, and the other 6 are grass to help power up that Venusaur with Joltik. I'm done yapping. I'm going to get into a match, and we will see how it goes. Alright, here we are in game 1 going first. We have a horrendous start here, I am not going to lie to you guys. Now, the reason why I decided to use Venusaur EX for today's video is because Venusaur was my first ever starter on my Pokemon Red cartridge. Pokemon Red was the first Pokemon game that I ever had, along with Pokemon Yellow. I was born in the mid-90s, so it was like, you know, Pokemon was still fairly new during that time. And, you know, I was like in that time where it was like between Pokemon Gen 1 and Gen 2. So my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red, which was actually my brother's copy, but I took it for myself. And he had Blue. Then when Gen 2 came out, what happened was my grandpa actually took my brother to Toys R Us, and he got 2 games. He got Pokemon Yellow for me, and Pokemon, I think it was Gold. Yes, Pokemon Gold for himself. But then what happened was, when he watched me play Pokemon Yellow and he saw that Pikachu was following me around, he was like, hey, I want my Pokemon to follow me around. So he traded his yellow version for, or rather, he traded his gold version for my yellow version. And so essentially, long story short, my first Pokemon game could be either considered red version, yellow version, or gold version, depending on what point in my life you ask me. So that was long story short. Okay, we are not doing so great right now. I'm actually going to set up another Joltik and a Budew just to be safe. And I really wish I had a skateboard right about now, but I am going to pass it to my opponent. I see that they are playing the Azumarill deck, which has been popping off lately because For the Win TCG posted it, LDF posted it, so Azumarill is just like popping off right now on the ladder today. So, you know, what are you going to do about it? If this Oricorio does go down, which I am predicting it will, no or not, okay, we'll just attach to the Oricorio, we will retreat, and actually no, I'm going to evolve. I'm going to use the TM Evo to get my Ivysaurs, and then I'll start setting up with Joltik next turn. That's what I'm going to do. Good, we have both Ivysaurs in the deck, which is fantastic. And then next turn we could evolve it to Venusaur, and we could really start showcasing this deck. So yeah, that was a little backstory behind me. My first game is either red, yellow very briefly, or gold. So yeah. But I do have the fondest memories in gold version. I don't have a lot of vivid memories with red and yellow. All I remember is I had a Venusaur as my starter in red version, so I really wanted to do my boy justice and use Venusaur EX today. Okay, we finally got the air balloon, thank God. We can retreat this Oricorio and go straight into Joltik. My opponent is having a horrible time setting up as well, so let's be thankful for that. Let's get 2 of these and 2 of those. One here, and we'll go 1 here and 1 there, and there we go. So my Venusaur is completely set up, and my Ivysaur just needs 1 grass energy to be set up for him. So everything is going pretty well right now. They finally get the nest ball, which means they're probably going to get the Ogre Pawn out, allowing them to set up. Yep. Oh, they're playing Teal Mask. Usually when you play Azumarill, you play Cornerstone so that you could use it as a pivot and it blocks your opponent from attacking and all that other fun stuff. But I'm actually glad that they're using the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn, because if not, we would have been in a lot of trouble. They are going to do 50 damage to themselves. That's fine with me. And I think I'm just going to boss up the Ogre Pawn and start swinging at it with Venusaur. Because the faster we get their Terra Pokemon off the field, the faster we control board state. So let's do that. And even though 150 is not a lot of damage, we are confusing and poisoning our opponents. So if they do not retreat the Ogre Pawn, their attack automatically becomes a coin flip, making it a huge issue for them. So let's see how my opponent decides to retaliate. They're going to put the Knockdowel down. That's going to allow them to get 2 trainer cards that they want and put them into their hand and get things rolling. Yeah, so that was a little backstory behind me. I also wanted to say that I did post another video earlier today showcasing Mega Abomasnow EX. And I know what you're thinking, well, Rare, Mega Abomasnow isn't out yet. True, but I did go on Limitless. I did some play testing with a deck that I made, and I want to know what you guys think about it. So if you have any comments or if you have any suggestions for that deck, please, 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 I encourage you to go to that video and check it out and leave some comments on how we can make that deck better, because the play testing, the first game was meh, and the second one was better, but not great. I definitely have to tweak it some more before Abomasnow comes out in September, because that is for sure going to be the first deck that I play when the Megas come out. Alright, so it looks like my opponent is going to try and swing with Ogre Pawn. No, they're not. They're just going to switch. Good. It's good for them. They're going to put the Azumarill down. They have the Bangle, so this is going to do a lot of damage. Thankfully, we can heal a lot off thanks to both abilities from Venusaur and Oricorio, and I think I'm in a solid position by doing this. So we do this. This is going to heal Venusaur, and then this is going to heal Venusaur. So we just healed 80 damage from Venusaur. And then we're just going to swing and take out this Azumarill. I would have liked to have swung and taken out the Ogre Pawn, but unfortunately that did not happen, and we kind of have a dead hand right now. So beggars cannot be choosers. We do get Arven. That's phenomenal, because we totally needed that. We absolutely needed Arven. Without Arven, we would have been in some serious trouble. We would have been true top deck mode. How much is this going to do? That does 120 with just that. 369, so what is it, 210? I have 260 HP, so I actually might be able to take this. Maybe not now, because they're going to Teal Dance and all that other shenanigans. Yeah. That's going to take us out. Damn. Alright, so I definitely need to find a way to get another Venusaur set up. So we're going to have to use Arven and find myself a Venusaur. I don't even know if I have means of finding said Venusaur, but we have to try. Yeah, 270. Oh, they got me by just 10 HP. That's a shame. Alright, so I'm going to promote the Budew. God forbid we can't find what we need. We can always item lock them and try to stall for a little bit. How much HP does it have? Actually, it has 50 HP. I could... No. I was going to say, if I had a grass energy, I could have came up with the Ivysaur. We're going to bug catching set, and we're going to TM Evo. Hopefully I can get either a grass energy or the Venusaur. We get the grass energy. Okay, good. So we can take out the Teal Mask with the Ivysaur. It's risky, but I got to do it. So let's retreat the Budew, go into the Ivysaur, and let's take out the Teal Mask using Vine Whip. 80 damage brings them up to 240, and that's a lot of energy they just lost too. They also lost their... Wow, they can't even bench Marrow. They've overbenched because Well, I mean, they could get another Ogerpon down. That's not a problem. Yeah, but that bug catching set really saved us. Without that, we would have been in trouble. And I'm almost out of energy, too. I have 4 energies in the discard. I only play... Where I play 6 grass energy, so there's 5. So I think there's 1 grass energy left in the deck, and all my electric energy's out already. Oh no, there's my 1 energy. Yeah, so no, I think I'm out of energy in the deck. So we have to be very careful with our energy count here. Now the good thing is they cannot attack using Terrapagos turn 1, because if that's if you go second, you can't. Never mind. I read that wrong. Okay. So they can definitely attack with Terrapagos, but it doesn't look like they have the means of attacking with Terrapagos right now because they just played their supporter, and the only way they could get this thing set up right now is if they use Crispin, which they obviously cannot because they just used their supporter. Also, I'm trying out this new software for recording. Let me know what you guys think. I think the quality looks better. I won't know until post. It's annoying though because it's processing the video at a higher quality than usual than when I was using OBS as my recording software. So you should be getting 1080p footage now from me, which is nice, but it takes so long to render these videos now with it. But, you know, I'd rather put out a quality video than nothing, you know what I mean? And I also can't like splice it up like I did with OBS. I actually have to go in and edit it in my editing software myself. So it's a whole hassle I have to do. But you know what? I'm a man of quality and putting things out there that look good, in my opinion. So I'd rather spend more time editing a video and making sure it looks good than putting out something that looks like garbaggio. You know what I mean? So do a lot for you guys. Be appreciative. Leave a like. leave a like. They are going to attack with the fan Rotom. I figured as much. So we do have to find... I mean, we could take this out with Ivysaur, but that leaves us way open for an attack. We do get Iono, so if I fail this bug catching set, I am definitely going to Iono. And I'm also going to... Actually, we could do this. Let's heal using Oricorio. Let's heal 40 damage, because Ivysaur is an evolution Pokemon, so he can be healed by Oricorio. Now, hopefully, we get Venusaur. We get Bulbasaur. No, that's the wrong Saur. Alright, well, let's put this Bulbasaur down. I am going to have to get some energy back in the deck somehow. It's Iono and PRE. And we get absolutely nothing. Wow. Wow. Alright, this might be the end. Let's take out the Fan Rotom. Hopefully, I just Iono'd them out of an Azumarill. And let's hope we get something of value here. I do get another Arven, so I have another chance at a bug catching set, assuming I have another one in the deck. I have one in the deck, if it's not prized. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I Iono'd them out of a Azumarill. They do flip the script, though. That's going to help them immensely. They're going to Rod, which is what I definitely need to do. Because I need to get some Pokemon back in this deck. How many Venusaurs do I have? I have 1 in the discard, so there's 2 left in the deck somewhere. Either it's prized or it's in the... Okay, they are going to research. That's concerning. Wow. Yeah, my opponent is doing phenomenal right now. They got the Azumarill. Do they have the Psychic Energy? If they do, it's over. Please don't have that Psychic Energy. Wait, why do they attach a... I just noticed that. Why do they attach a Psychic Energy to Ogerpon? Was that a misclick? It might have been. Did they do that this turn? Yeah, they did. Oh, it was a misclick. Oh, no. Oh, I feel so sorry for them. That stinks. That stinks. Okay, we get the Air Balloon. And this is why we play Air Balloon, because we have to retreat Bulbasaurs. So let's attach that to the Bulbasaur. Let's hope we get a Venusaur. We get nothing still. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat into Budew and just start item locking. That's my best bet. Wow, we are really struggling to find Venusaurs. I've never had this happen before in all the playtesting I've done on PTCGL. Usually Venusaur is not the issue. It's usually the energy that's the issue. But the fact that we're struggling to get Venusaur is a little problematic. They're down to 6 cards. They better be careful with their draw engine right now. And they're still going to draw with Teal Dance. Okay, interesting. I still feel bad that they misclicked on the Ogerpon. That Psychic Energy does absolutely nothing for them on the Ogerpon. Wow. I mean, it had to be. 100% had to be a misclick. There's no way that they intentionally did that. Alright, let's promote the Bulbasaur. It does have free retreat, so if anything, we get a rare candy. That does absolutely... Let me look at my deck. Let me see if my Venusaur's even in here. Yeah. Oh, there's one Venusaur. That's why. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put... Oh. No, I should have... Damn it. I should have saved that Fez for later. Oh, no, wait. I did lose Budew. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I made the right play there. I did make the right play. Okay. So let's retreat this. Bring up the Venusaur. And then... Ideally, I would like to boss one of these EXs up. Question is which one, because Terrapagos has a 2 retreat. No, it doesn't matter, because Latias could just... Yeah, and we're not hitting enough. So it doesn't even matter if I boss. So I'm just going to swing for the Azumarill. And I know that none of their EXs can OHKO me, so we should be alright. Our prize is another rare candy. And they are going to bring up the Ogerpon, which tells me they have a grass energy in their hand. I can't imagine them having much more energy, though. How much, They're going to boss me, that's fine. Oh, no, the Fez! I'm not weak to grass, am I? No, okay. But still, he's going to attach... Hold on. Is it for every grass energy? For each energy attached to both Pokemon, isn't it? Yeah, attached to both Pokemon. So I think he's going to do 3, 6, 9, 12. He should be doing 3, 6, 9, 12. 15? 150? Oh, he's out of cards. He might not have enough, actually. Hold on. Let me see if my math is correct. This should do 180. So I should still live, because Fezandipiti doesn't have any energy attached to it. They are going to attack. Yep, 180. And there it is. So I win either way. Whether I put this Venusaur in the active... Oh, man, we got the Perilous Jungle. Just to... They're going to have to get rid of a Pokemon. Doesn't even matter. I'm just BMing at this point. We've already won. So all I have to do is hit end turn and we win. So... Let me play Arven to get myself a Rescue Board. And a Rare Candy, why not? I don't care at this point. Let's retreat into the Fez. And there it is, they're just going to scoop. They don't even want to see it. Alright, that was a pretty good showing. We're going to move on to game 2. Hey, we are going first this time around, which is why I'm not too happy about Joltik being the active. If I had any Pokemon but Joltik in the active, I would have been happy going first. And based on the card sleeve, I'm going to assume it's Zoroark, but I don't want to assume. No, it is not. It is a Genesect up in the active, which is strange to say the least. Genesect doesn't necessarily threaten me right now, so I am a little more confident in putting out these guys on the bench. Just gonna attach it to the Joltik just in case I can't get what I need. And in case I get Iono'd or whatnot. You know, they want to do a little hand disruption. Also, I was playtesting this deck before, and oh, it's Hopsation. Yep, there you go. See, that's why I did not want to use the other bug catching set. Anyway, I was playtesting this deck before, and I came up against a Charizard, and I didn't know this, but Charizard started using the Tool Remover card that came out with Black Bolt and White Flare. I can't think of the name of the card, but it's the one that removes tool cards from your opponent's Pokemon. So I was like, oh, okay, and they completely got rid of my Venusaur's A-Spec, so that wasn't fun. We get another. No, I want to save that in the deck so Joltik can utilize it. All right, so let's get ourselves one Lightning. That's not great. So we'll put the Lightning there, there, and there, and we'll call it a day. So we have prize 1 lightning energy, but that's fine. And we did manage to thin the deck a little bit. I'm tongue twisted today. Alright, so with this Arven, I'm going to assume they're going to Buddy-Buddy, get themselves a Beldum, get themselves... Because they had the Metang in their hand, I saw that. And they're going to get themselves Hop's Choice Band, so they can get themselves Zacian. Yep. Boy, can I call it or can I call it? Okay, they're just going to attach. Are they going to attach pass? That's the question. Okay, yeah, they just passed. Okay, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to attach this here and search my deck for grass energy for this little Bulbasaur and put it there and call it a day. Yeah, we seriously need a supporter right now. I don't understand why I can't find supporters. Like, I have so many in this deck, and yet I can't seem to find them. And I didn't get rid of a single supporter. Alright, so they seem to have everything set up. It's just, oh, there's the Nest Ball. I was just going to say, it's just a matter of getting the Zacian out, and there's the big guy himself. What's also a little concerning is because this is a steel deck, they are going to resist Venusaur, so that's a little concerning. If they have a boss in their hand, which I don't think they played a supporter this turn, they did not. So if they have a boss in their hand, they could totally boss up one of my Bulbasaurs and take it out using Zacian, which I'm not happy about. They're still going to Metal Maker for what? I don't know. Or maybe for Genesect. Yep. Okay. And they're going to Insta-Strike. That's fine. So I am going to promote the Bulbasaur that's been weakened. And now it's just a matter of finding ourselves the Venusaur, which we do not do. We can get a Fez though with this, so that will help. So let's put this guy down. Let's flip the script and hopefully get a supporter. We get Hilda, which gets us a Venusaur. Thank goodness. And we got Oricorio. Wow, that was a really bad start, but it's turned out to be a pretty good finish. We don't even need to use Oricorio because we could just heal Venusaur using his natural ability. Now the good thing is they cannot one-shot us, I don't think. Let me do some math real quick, hold on. So 240 plus 60 is 300. Yeah, we got 40 extra damage we could survive with. So we are big chillin'. And they're also confused, which is gonna, you know, incentivize them to want to retreat and bring up somebody else, which is even better for us, which is probably going to be this Genesect, which does even less damage than Zacian. So, like I said, 150 is not a lot of damage. I mean, that's clear to everybody who's played PTCGO at this point. But Confusion, that's a big deal, because a lot of people don't want to deal with that, and there you go. And now it's just a constant rotation of your opponent's Pokemon, which is great. Alright, they're going to Ultra Ball here probably for another Zacian, just to try and get that one set up. Yeah, my opponent's having a phenomenal start. No, they're going to get Snorlax. Yeah, that I definitely don't want to see. I am definitely going to boss that up if I can get myself a boss. Okay, that's fine. They're going to hit my Venusaur, do some damage that we are easily going to heal off. Get the Air Balloon. I don't want to use it just yet. Don't see a reason to. We're going to heal the Venusaur. Heal it a little more. Yeah, and that's the whole point of this deck, is just constantly healing Venusaur and making sure that like he has so much HP that like your opponent can't do much against it. We get absolutely nothing. Do we have any more Bulbasaurs in the deck? We don't. We have a Budew though, but I don't want to put it down because that could just get insta-striked. So that does absolutely nothing for me. Like I said, they are playing a steel deck, so they do resist our attacks, which is unfortunate. I really wish that Latias's ability didn't work for itself. Like it would, like, your basic Pokemon and then like in parentheses, except for Latias EX, have no retreat cost. Like, that would be so much better. And now they could totally take out this Venusaur because they have enough damage on it. Yeah, damn. Unfortunate. I'm gonna promote the Bulbasaur and hope for the best. mean, what else can I realistically do here? Ooh, oh, yeah, we got it. We got the Venusaur. Good. That was the perfect top deck. Wow. I'm also going to put the electric energy on the Fezandipiti just so it has free retreat at this point. And hopefully with this flip the script, I can get the Perilous Jungle. I do not, but I do get another Oricorio, so I can heal a little more next turn. And this is actually enough to take out the Zacian. Thank goodness. Okay. That's going to finally get us our first 2 prize cards, which are an Iono and the prized energy I was looking for. Okay. Genesect's going to come up, and because its attack allows it to take, what is it, 30 less damage? Yeah, 30 less damage next turn. Not only is it taking our resisted 30, but also 30 less. So it's taking 60 less damage, so we're only doing 90 damage to it, which is not enough to take it out next turn, unfortunately. Now, if I were my opponent, my game plan would be to set up yet another Zacian, either with a... Oh, no, they're going to boss. What are they going to boss? They're going to boss up the Fez. That's fine. We could take a hit from this Genesect. However, if they do set up another Zacian EX, that's a different story. Zacian EX can definitely take out Fezandipiti with all these modifications, with the Post-Wick, the Snorlax, and if they get the... Oh, no! They have the... Unfair Stance. Okay. Not a bad play. And they put us into a bad hand. Here comes the Zacian. Zacian number 2. That could totally take us out. That's a problem. They have... Yeah, they have the Choice Band. They're going to put the energies back, and then they're going to use Metang, and hopefully they fail, because they only need, what is it, 3 energy? Yeah, 3 energy. Oh, they found at least 1. They found 2. Okay, second Metang. I'm going to need you to not get a single energy, and then we'll be alright. That's not what I told you to do. Okay, so now they're just going to retreat and take out my Fez. Unfortunate. Leaving me with just 1 prize card. I hope that was their last boss. Oh no, they've only played 1 boss. Why did I think they played another boss? Probably thinking about the other match, that's why. Okay. Can I get a Perilous Jungle? I could get a Hero's Cape. I will definitely take that. So let's poison them and confuse them. And that will definitely incentivize them to retreat that Zacian. Because they are definitely not going to want to play the coin flip game. And I can't say that I blame them. I hate playing the coin flip game myself. The only thing that can completely ruin my day right now is a boss's orders. And bossing up my Oricorio and taking it out with Genesect. I think they're just going to retreat into the Genesect. Yep. Okay, that's fine. And we're actually going to heal off most of this damage. So we're just going to do this. We unfortunately did not get a boss of our own. And this should bring us down to 50 damage, which will allow us to take a hit from Zacian. But unfortunately, we are not taking out this Genesect. It's going to need another hit to do that. He's going to survive with 20 HP. Thankfully, poison does not discriminate against resistance, otherwise that would be a real problem. Because if they also took less damage from like poison and burn, then we have a real problem on our hands. But I put my opponent in check at this point, because if they stay in with Genesect, they're losing Genesect. If they retreat into Zacian, they're losing Zacian. Okay, they've made their bed. They're going to lose the Zacian. They are going to Metal Maker, probably onto Snorlax, to try and get him set up, because, yep, look at me. I'm reading this man like a book. Just like I'm an English teacher or something. Alright, so the Snorlax is set up. That's unfortunate. Now, how much is Snorlax doing? He does 140. Now that's a lot of damage. Now my opponent has me in check. Wow. How fast the tide has turned. We are definitely not healing up enough. This will get us down to 280. So even with all these modifications, if I had another Oricorio, that would have gotten me up to 180. And that definitely would have been enough to survive the Snorlax. But because I didn't have the other Oricorio, we're not taking a hit from Snorlax. That's unfortunate. So here's my 2 more prize cards. Get another Bulbasaur and a Teal. Wow, I have like the worst luck today. Wow. Okay. So they're gonna do 160 to me. 200. I don't know where that math came from. Where did 200 come from? Oh, the Snorlax himself. Duh. That's also stupid that Snorlax can work on himself. Alright, whatever. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video, the Venusaur EX. Like I said, it's not a very good Pokemon, but I did want to showcase it because Venusaur does have a very special place in my heart because it's one of, if not the first Pokemon that I remember ever seeing as a kid. So, Venusaur will always be the GOAT to me. He's always been one of my favorite starters. So, Venusaur, this one was for you. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know in the comment section what I could do to make this deck a little better, to optimize it more, because as you saw, like, we were just getting dead hands constantly. I mean, we could maybe add a Cleffa to the deck, but I mean, look at all these supporters. I played 2, 4, 6, 9, like 12 supporters. I couldn't get a single one. I also hardly ever saw this Perilous Jungle. I think it only came into play, what, the first game? But yeah, that's it. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video nevertheless. And, you know, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, because I do try to make really, like, obscure cards like Venusaur EX work. You know, I tried to break the mold a little bit with PTCGO because I'm sure, like myself, you're tired of seeing the same cards over and over again. And I'm not saying that the decks that I make are going to make you win every game, but they're definitely fun and entertaining to both play and to watch. So I try my best as an entertainer to at least do that for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's going to do it for today. This has been your boy, Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.